Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dietrich, and tonight we are back with another one of my world-famous fuel economy tests that absolutely nobody asked for. Tonight we are in a 2015 Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe. This vehicle is equipped with a hand-built 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8, 577 horsepower only, 7-speed automatic, all-wheel drive system standard. Of course, the transmission and the all-wheel drive system are tuned by AMG for performance, but we're not really doing performance tonight. We're doing efficiency, and this vehicle is rated at 23 miles per gallon on the highway, so we're going to put that to the test. I just filled it up with Chevron Premium. We're going to cruise 57, 58 miles down the freeway, turn around, drive back up to the same gas station, fill it up on the same pump, and see what it does. Normally, these cars on my fuel economy test, this is actually the third AMG that I've done. Both of the previous ones were 65s. I did a 2009 SL65 that beat its average by like 1.5, 1.6 miles per gallon. And then I did my own personal 2012 S65 sedan. That one's rated 19 on the highway, and it got like 19.6 or something. It barely beat the average. So we'll see if this V8 can do any better. It is a little bit smaller displacement than the big V12 AMGs that I've done, but this car is all-wheel drive, so that you get a little parasitic loss from the driveline. But because it's 7 speeds, we're only turning about 1,600, 1,550 RPM at 70, which is the speed I do my test, and it already says it's getting 21.3. So anyway, I'm very comfortable, and I'm very happy to be in this vehicle right now. And cruise down the highway. It should be a nice night, and I'll have an update for you very shortly. Okay, we are about 20 miles from Legoland. We've covered 35 miles since we left the gas station. Mercedes trip computers don't do tenths, so we covered 35 and probably some change, but we don't know what that change is. That's fine, who cares? We're in an S63. We're averaging 65 miles per hour, and the car thinks it's getting 24 miles per gallon, which would be pretty decent if true. These cars are typically pretty accurate. The gas gauge in this car is a percentage, so it currently thinks that we still have 95% of our fuel remaining after covering 36 miles. Which maybe sounds about right. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to cruise down to the turnaround spot. So far, traffic has been super duper smooth. I'm grateful for that. This car is absolutely gorgeous and extremely comfortable, along with being extremely fast. So I'll have another update for you right now. All right, we have turned it around. We've now covered 62 miles. Average speed is still at 65 miles per hour, up to 24 miles per gallon is the indicated average. We've burned 10% of our tank of fuel, allegedly. And it's been a very, very smooth night. There was a little bit of construction right by the turnaround spot, but it didn't slow anything down. All green on the traffic map, and a nice, beautiful, clear evening. So I'm going to cruise it back up north, and if everything remains smooth, I'll have one more quick update for you, and we'll hit the gas station. All right, we have covered 100 miles. Traffic has been super smooth tonight. We're averaging 67 miles per hour. The S63 thinks it's getting 24.2 miles per gallon. We have burned a quarter of a tank of fuel, and all of that pretty much sounds about right to me. So, without further ado, let's get up to the gas station and spend some money and do some math. All right, everybody, we are back. We covered 118 miles. The car thinks that it got 24.5 miles per gallon. It took 4.937 gallons of fuel, which means we averaged 23.9 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. We're 0.6 of a mile per gallon below what the car thinks it got, but we beat the EPA rating by almost 1 mile per gallon. So I'll take that. I'm happy with that result in a 577 horsepower all-wheel drive AMG Coupe. This car is absolutely wonderful, and I love it. I'll put links to my full review and test drive video in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And always use your night vision at night to stay safe. Bye-bye.